As a psychologist, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So
Okay.
let's take the apostles. We look at their past behavior, and throughout all of Jesus' ministry up until after the crucifixion, they're confused, they're saying the wrong thing, they're doing the wrong thing. Jesus dies, they're hiding. How do they live their lives after that? If their past behavior is they're messing up and they're hiding, there's no reason to believe that suddenly now they're going to be bold, on point, constantly, and they're all willing to die, except for John, pretty ghastly deaths. Something had to change. And what is that? They had an encounter with the risen Lord and they were indwelled with the Holy Spirit. Right?
Great.
That's just simple psychology. I was talking to a young student she was preparing to become a missionary in the Church of the Latter-day Saints, and we had that conversation in my office. And she's crying and she's moved, and I don't know what's going on, and I didn't see her again for a couple of months. And one day I came into my office, came to work that morning, and there's a note hanging on my door where she told me that she had left the LDS church, she had re-engaged with her family, she'd become a follower of Jesus Christ. The whole thing was that was something she could not, her faith statement could not allow her to explain. And through that experience, of just evidences, what is a reasonable way to explain that? She came to faith in Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith, the founder of the LDS Church, was arrested, was in jail, and died in a gunfight. So when push came to shove at the end, it was a different kind of behavioral response that he showed. And what we talked about, we were in psychology, we were talking about psychologists, we were talking about behavior, differences in behavior. People behave for reasons.